and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. We just saw the Amtrak line run from Pontiac through Dearborn here en route to Chicago. Here we can do urban planning in Dearborn in between these two parking decks. Got a nice vacant lot. What to do? And we were getting a little snow. How nice. Well, it's time to check up on my house. This is an issue that's I've been involved with the last couple of months and had to do an eviction. So the eviction actually took place on February 4th. So this is the day after. So just want to check up on things. Lights are all on. No snow tracks in the driveway. That's a good sign. The website, det.com. But yeah, a nice little house here in Dearborn. And that's the address on Penn Street. So it's all looking good. 2-car garage, nice lighting. Yeah, what a story. We all have a little drama. Anyway, so yeah, normally I don't put personal business in my show, but this is like a little suburban planning. I got to take out some of the trash here, and then I got to check the mail. It's got a little lock on it. This is great snowfall. Looks so nice. And so a street light out front, that's a good deal too. And those are the LED bulbs, so that's the high-tech stuff now. Yeah, this is going to be a two-part show. The first 35 minutes will be some Dearborn video and then some Ecorse and River Rouge video. And then I got like 24 minutes where I'm going to rehash the Dr. King celebration. Well, they have good city services in Dearborn, so yeah, I put out half the trash. And trash pickup is on Friday, which was February 7th. So yeah, I'm keeping my eye on this address. And yeah, a see-through house. I want full transparency. Little shoveling action going on. Yeah, I came by the next day and it was all gone. How nice. Okay. Am I through with the... Well, no, still more personal drama. That's the LED light. Yeah, this was the next day. Friday. Trash containers empty. And the trash bags all gone. Except I still got 6 more on the side. Okay. Wow, I should have cut that all out. Here's the giant tire. But my sister and brother-in-law own this place here. This is Saturday, February 8th. And they have classes here. But anyways, they've been around and all are welcome here. Well, all be. Even motley characters like myself. Okay, gotta have it hot. They were gonna have a class later this afternoon. So there'll be instructors. I like this particular tool. Art is everywhere. Now here was kind of a neat thing. Like kids would create a monster and then glass blowers would recreate that object. And my sister said, well, it's kind of pricey because it's custom and whatnot. They were looking at $300 a pop, which is a lot, but, you know, nothing's too good for your kids. So if a kid, you know, had a great refrigerator drawing and you wanted an artist over here to bring it to life, and then you can tell your kid, yeah, check this out. We made a 3D glass image of your drawing. How cool is that? Nothing's too good for your kid. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's all in fun, and then it would be a magical thing that would stand the test of time. Well, they have other things here, so yeah, certainly with the Valentine's thing, that was a big theme. And if you like drinking wine, that's a perfect stopper for it. But yes, love was in the air with the Valentines. Yeah, we'll check out a few places here in Dearborn also. Told my sister I'd take her to lunch because I came down with. Well, look at the rose here. This is a glass rose, so you can get pretty creative here. That would be a rose that would last for a while, wouldn't wilt or so after a few weeks. But yeah, different variations. Yeah, I was under the weather for a while, so my sister brought me some chicken noodle soup when I really didn't feel like going out and about. You know, that blasé feeling when you're not feeling well, like just crawl into bed and stay there for a while. But anyway, so I said, we'll go out to lunch. But first, I was checking on the latest stuff. Now, pumpkins are a big thing, certainly in the fall season, Thanksgiving and the like. They have them on display all the time, though. Then gardening. So they have various shows throughout the year, but gardening will be a big one coming up, along with, like, the Easter and so forth. So, mushrooms. Then these are like you could put your stockings by the chimney or by the fireplace, like the mantle. Then they even have cactus. It's kind of like a variation of the pumpkins there, but and handmade in Michigan. I get it. I see what they did there. That's pretty clever. And then, well, Detroit, you got to promote Detroit. Then, well, the main thing really, or one of the quickest things is you need like a drinking vessel. So they have all number of mugs, and certainly it would be unique. So you can come up with a design and say, this is what I want my mug to look like. And they're pretty sharp people. They can figure it out and make it. They had, for the class, they had all these goodies and these candies. I was digging into the candies. But, yeah, those classes seem to be popular. All right, so we wanted to go to the Plum Market. My sister thought it was open. This is adjoining the Henry Ford Theater and part of the Edison Institute or the Henry Ford Museum. Plum Market Kitchen. We were there just a little bit too early, but they're open now. But you can see the bar area. They were still getting things set up. They had draft beer, Bell's Two-Hearted Indian Pale Ale. They had wine, some other goodies. A little going through here a little too quick, but it's if you're in the museum, you can stop in and get something good. So CBS, they got the Dream Team on this. What a good deal that is. You can do the Rouge Factory tour. The F-150 is built there. And then coming soon here, Marvel superheroes. And there's quite a few of them. Spider-Man, I see him. So it starts March 28th through September 7th. And I think that's like the 3D deal. Anyways, the Plum Market wasn't open, so we went to a soft opening here. Malik El Kebab. And Malik in Arabic is like the king. So we'll take a look at the menu here. It's like Middle Eastern food. You can, or Lebanese maybe even a little bit, all around, I guess, the Middle East. You'll recognize some of the things on the menu to be sure. We got a bunch of salads. I'm not a salad person. So here, we'll look at the entrees. And across the way, this is on Michigan Avenue, is the Brome. So if you want a good burger, you go there. They have a nice mural. And then Sheba. Yemeni Mediterranean. Wow. So then this great bread, nice and warm, and then in the sauce. Ah, yes. Bread was great. All right, we're looking at the menu again. I still haven't made up my mind. We got some vegetarian entrees, seafood, and then sandwiches. My sister Michelle, she got one of these sandwiches. So that's affordably priced if you're coming in for lunch. And then the juices. So I went with the strawberry smoothie. My sister did the mango thing. Oh, I didn't even show what I ordered. There's my sister's sandwich.
And what flavor?
See, she's saying it should be presented like that.
Okay.
It's more appetizing. And then this was a chicken with mushrooms over a bed of rice and peanuts and whatnot. And then a couple doors down, we believe dessert can change the world.
Yeah.
Well, we thought they were closed, and actually the door was open. So the owner was, or the person here was nice enough to open early so we could learn how this all works.
Brownie piece, you can put cheesecake, you can put
Some brownie.
brownie.
Yeah.
Okay, we have peanut butter, we have biscuit butter, we have Nutella, we have,
That one you got there is good.
There's lots of choices and lots of combinations. You could just, your mind could get boggled. Mine actually did. There's 7 steps here. This was step 4. Milkster it is step 5. 6 is garnishes, and then 7 is weigh and pay. So that's the way they do it here. You got to follow that in order. Okay, this is the fun stuff. This is like hocus pocus. This is magic. You add the nitrogen.
oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's magical.
Yeah, the nitrogen, well, they talk about it a little bit here. You got to be careful with it to some degree, but it makes the ice cream nice and creamy. That's the trick. Okay, so garnishes, you can even give it a shot
Strawberry
of like strawberry stuff, sprinkle on the top or whatnot. Okay, well, this is later on. I got the Metro Times. It's free. Talks Dirty, yes. This Niagara. Wow. So I got a ticket for this, the Dirty Show. It's an international erotic art exhibition show, and it's for mature audiences only. Yeah, so you have to be like 21. And, well, this was their 21st year that they've been doing this. So it's 4 nights, and the special guest artist is Niagara, and you got all these performers. And they tell you to leave your cameras and camcorders and all that stuff at home. But you know what? If you bring your phone, you can do that. Here it is, Dirty Show 21. So I got a ticket for the second Saturday, February 15th. 21 and over, no refunds, no exchanges. So I got to get hopping. It's already 7:27. The show's already begun. All right, this is the football-inspired bridge. And here's the giant tire again. And we need to make that like a tourist attraction kind of thing. All right, well, I opt for the free parking, but I'm heading south here, approaching the Russell Industrial Center. And they got a great neon sign that you can see from I-75. And this is kind of like the red light district over here now. There's a lot of dirty people in Detroit, and they're loving this show. There's people that have come to this show time and time again. There you get a better look at the neon sign there. But look at the parade of cars coming in through here. And DET.com. Boy, I need to clean the license plate. All right, Exhibition Center, and a lot of people were exhibiting their wares. But that was one picture I took on the phone. I could have taken more. All right, so now we'll go into some current stuff here. I'm going to take a little walking trip. I'm going to start in Ecorse, and right at the foot of Southfield and West Jefferson Avenue, and I'm going to walk in a northerly direction through the city of Ecorse, cross into the city of River Rouge, and I was going to try to go up to the Rouge River all the way. And Zug Island is part of River Rouge, and then that's South Detroit there, south of the Rouge River. We can call that South Detroit, but that's kind of like a polluted zip code there. Rashida Tlaib always talks about that, 48217. Okay, the bird feeder's got enough bird food in there to last a while. My bear's hanging out on the porch. Not a bad day here on Sunday, February 16th. Good sun. Before I make it to Ecorse, though, I'm going to stop here in Lincoln Park at the Calder Dairy. Oh, yeah. Here's their trucks here. And so the dairy, Lincoln Park, there's the phone number, but they got a farm in Carlton that you can visit. And they say here, we want to be your milkman. Wink, wink, right? We've heard those stories back in the day. Okay, well, here's the front entrance and stuff. And so right at Ferris and Southfield. Yeah, this is like Ferris Bueller's Day Off here. Most people have Sundays off. So they have Cookies Are Here. And look at all the varieties. I got the s'mores, but look at all the different varieties here.
Thin Mints, that's a standby.
Yeah. Put them in the back of the freezer. That way we don't got to worry about it. Dos-Tito's.
No. Okay.
I bought them, the Samoas, and the short.
And I went back to Calder to get the chocolate milk, my little dietary luxury or whatnot. You got to live a little, but they got all sorts of stuff in here. White eggs, brown eggs. They got sour cream. And then here's the regular milk and chocolate milk. Downriver's best. And I'm not going to argue that point. But here I learned about glass bottles. Instead of getting the plastic thing, I paid $1.50, and that's a recyclable, returnable glass bottle. So now I'm hooked. I'll have to come by every couple of weeks to get a half gallon.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, a nice little store where you can get some goodies and kind of load up. And this is in the city of Lincoln Park. The nice lady that was working the counter said they had a chocolate tour going. It's always the first Sunday after Valentine's, some kind of chocolate crawl that they have. And they said they were going to be by, that group was going to be by the Calder Dairy later in the day. Okay, well, all these people were by the rail. Oh, I couldn't wait. I already took a swig or two out of that thing. Here's a dual lamppost, so there'll be a single one I'll show here shortly. And they're proud to be American downriver. Tons of flags all over the place. That is like downriver factory type action. Mud Island is in front here. And all these people, and look at some of these cameras. Oh my gosh, they got these super lenses and whatnot, and it's like, are they taking pictures of the ducks? There's got to be more to it than that. So I asked one guy, geez, even the helicopter in the air, checking all this action out. But we got some ice flows going down the river. Yeah, they weren't interested in the ducks. What it was is there are 3 eagles in the trees here. And there you can see 2 kind of like, well, there's one lower there. I see that one now. And then the 2 up above. And so everybody was patiently waiting for the Eagles to swing around. Here, a gentleman's just arriving, so he's got one of these super lens type deals. But there was other wildlife, and they were probably thinking, hey, how come we don't share the love a little bit? Nobody was much paying attention to these guys, but they're hanging out on this thin ice here. So this is the John D. Dingle Park. And here's, as promised, the single variety. I like the lamppost there. Very nice. My evil twin is along for the ride, or along for the walk. Across the way is Dale Jr.'s, and this is the day they had the Daytona 500. And so I want to check in on that. Now here, look at the sewer grate. Waterworks, Gate, Detroit. You need a key to get in. USS Steel. They're big in this area, as we'll soon see, but they got some railroad tracks here. And we'll see a few churches along the way. The Serbian Orthodox Church. Smile for the camera. And they have a nice porch here. I like that. Outer drive to the left. So I made it a little north. Another church here. God loves you. Love him back. I think it's Feel the Difference. E-Course Motors. Look out. That's an attractive building there. I like that style. But across the way is the library, and that's the corner of Outer Drive and West Jefferson. So, nice library. Here's, unfortunately, a gas station that went out of business. But urban planning can take place anywhere. Here in Ecorse, look at their city seal on the trash can. In Dearborn Heights, they have their city seal on the trash can, too. It's kind of neat. Here, a Top Hat Auto. And some shops from St. Louis. I don't know what that's all about, but some nice brickwork. Some nice touches that certainly would cost extra in this day and age and probably wouldn't get done because of that added cost. Here, MC stands for Motorcycle Club, but not the season yet. Plus, you're not allowed, and me neither, because it's a private club. But you can get here by bus, the Smart Bus, across the way. Paco's Tacos. I like that. It rhymes. That's cool. And there's some saloons along the way. Now, this one might be closed. It looks like they got some new windows on the second level. I wouldn't doubt if they're making apartments up there. Here, Hollywood. I'm looking through the window. It's hard to see this, but it's like a auto repair shop. They have a nice 69 SS there. RSSS, actually. The Pontiac symbol. And I wonder, I have to find out if they do good work. I have a 67 Camaro that I need to get out on the road. So, this Family Dollar, this went under. How does a dollar store go under? But there's a few other dollar stores in Ecorse and River Rouge. Not to worry. Now, the city of Ecorse, their municipal buildings, of course, they're patriotic. And, yeah, the Civic Center, so that includes their police also. I believe so. I think so. Johnny's Bar and Grill. Now, here, the sprawling complex of U.S. Steel. I'm getting a little look at it. Here we have the Little Village. All right. Across the way, Fat Boys Bar and Grill. So there's a few watering holes. Here, I like that little entrance or that little canopy going up, but different styles in these buildings. It would be great to get a tour of the whole operation, but they have a security process type thing. I'll keep my distance. Here's another place, Hurry Back Bar. Here's like the official sign. Great Lakes Works, United States Steel, making steel world competitive, building value. So, and some small businesses along the way here. Look at those balconies. Those are nice. See, urban planning can happen, though. You can look at these buildings and just say, hey, there's opportunity for somebody. They have an exterminator over here, and rats, fleas, mice, and I'm not familiar with earwigs. I kind of almost don't even want to know. Okay, now the Ecorse River Rouge border. As soon as I get the other side of this sign, I'm in River Rouge, heart of industry. City in 1922. Michael D. Bowdler, mayor. Yeah, so right there at the city limits between Ecorse and River Rouge. So yes, this is downriver. Let's say downriver probably starts south of the Rouge River. Here, I don't know if that's like a puppy dog or something, but they have a big animal up top. And this is a cannabis place, and here it says recreational. And across the street from them, they got heart-shaped pizza, Hungry Howie's. So that's a nice tie-in between the two. There's like synergy between pizza and that kind of deal. Tobacco shop, a lot of people like to roll their own. Here, I think that car wash is no longer. Now, I wanted to take a peek here. It's the city of Ecorse. Their sign, too. They have a chicken place here. Crispy, crunchy chicken. And Zenith Lunch. There's no mountains around here, but they got good home cooking. But they're closed until further notice. So, wow. Here, look at the brick. That's kind of River Rouge type blue there. Blast off, so they got like a ET mobile there. Or a UFO. They're international, too, at this elementary school, which is nice. Some nice arches and some more nice brickwork. Then there's kind of like a bluish, like turquoise house. So, gosh, there's one in every neighborhood, right? But that's cool. You have to have different colors. Now, they got a skate park here. Nobody was using it. And they have a ranger. And they had a horse on there, but I don't understand the horse thing. But, yeah, a helicopter on a pedestal. And they got a machine gun kind of thing there. So, a nice war memorial park here. A guy with a load of steel, or a coil of steel. Keep off. I so much wanted to go up there and move the turret around a little bit, point it in a different direction, start pressing buttons. The 5 branches of the military. That one's Navy. I think the last one here was Army. And then the U.S. in the middle there. So a nice park. It was a beautiful day. Well, here, we'll take a look at the park right there, that green space. Memorial Park. Or MEM Park for short. They got the 69 building, but look at the brickwork up here. That's sharp. I'd like to know what rents go for some of the rooms here, but there's some attractive buildings here. 2-3 story type deals. You can get here by bus, too. This is the 125 Fort Street northbound, the SMART deal, and it even goes down there to Southland Mall. But cuts Outer Drive, or takes 4th Street and then Outer Drive, then West Jefferson. Full fares are $2. I actually got a couple burgers at McDonald's, which was nice. And then in the summer, I could have walked across the street and hit up Dairy Queen. And here, black by popular demand. How about that? I think that's a play on words. Back or black. But it works. I get it. Here's some like monsters and so forth on the side of the building. And then some construction. We got the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. And they're cheering on their River Rouge Panthers. Wow-wee, and they had a hell of a football team. Plus, they have a hell of a band. Here's some of the prices for the fish and chicken. And here I saw another one. It says recreational, so they're state approved. So River Rouge is like a red light district for medicinal purposes and so forth. And yeah, aren't we all proud to be American? Here, the Avenue, you can get some eats. Then I did not know this. Look at this, Historical Museum. And I think they were actually open. Look, here another one. Herbal healing. And yeah, the dual lamppost, and then River Rouge has a soldier here, and they got a memorial, and then the POWs. All right, well, I ducked into the Brown Derby, and yeah, you see the raindrops. Yeah, that was an issue. So here at 3:35. Yeah, even the stands cleared out, so I don't even know what time the Daytona 500 started. I thought I was going to see some racing action. All right, well, it says not in service. I'm saying, well, I walked north. I want to take the bus back, so I made it up to Coolidge, and then I'm going to take that bus back to my car. All right, look at the nice brickwork here. I love this building, Reno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors. What an attractive building that stood the test of time. The Reno building. Yeah, this is solid, very solid. Then here, 1909, and then it's a nice paint can popping out here. Winter's here, heaters, shovels, salt too. My evil twin says, yeah, that's a good deal. Be prepared. All right. Yeah, Old Glory's flying a lot in these downriver communities. That is a good thing. So this is the River Rouge Civic Center, which includes their city hall. I told the bus driver here, don't leave without me, because on Sunday they have a limited schedule. Maybe it's just like once an hour or something. But yeah, here's again a look at the Reno building. Look at that brickwork up top. That is solid. Nowadays you could say, yeah, can you do that? And say, yeah, we can do anything you want, but you're going to pay a lot for that. A.R. Reno building. That's official. So, now look, River Rouge High School Division III state champs, and that's a Panther right there coming at you, a Black Panther. Yeah, good for them. They just had a hell of a season. Plus their band was awesome also. 44 degrees, so it was very comfortable. All right, for $1.69. Still not in service, but the guy said, hey, I'm going to turn the computer on. So, yeah, it's $2 for a 4-hour pass. There's rules, though. No smoking, no hot dogs or soda, and no radio. So I got a view from the back of the bus. And there's like the Coolidge Inn or something. I think that's a neat building. And the pawn shop there. Back to business. Now, they have a good basketball team, too, so they had 2 banners up there. All right, I was telling my buddy Dave, I'm supposed to pick him up and take him back home. I said, give me a few hours. I'm going to go on well, it's kind of like a 3-hour tour. But I told him, hey, I'm hopping on the bus. I'll be back in a little bit. So here's a few businesses along the way. Here's that Memorial Park, the helicopter again. That's a huge flag there for the U.S. Smoke City, USS Steel. like the shape of some of these buildings. Okay, I got off the bus. It took Outer Drive. I got to walk back down to Southfield, and that's where they have a Sure Stop Brake Shop, established 1922. You can hardly see it with the paint, but oh, I was not to be fooled. Okay, I got to switch tapes. Okay, and this is going to be old footage, but I can cover it again. All right, second tape's in. Press play. Okay. Some music to start.
So it's time to be respected, and it's time for us to earn what is due to us. Nothing else now. Thank you.
As I believe we should have. And I know that we will win, but I've come to believe we're integrated into a burning house. I'm afraid that America may be losing the moral vision she may have had, and I'm afraid that even as we integrate, we are walking into a place.
People don't realize this, but the United States is a massive empire. In the decades following World War II, Washington strategically replaced the British Empire as the world's violent right-wing imperial force. This comes at the expense of innocent people like us in countries like Iraq, Yemen, Iran, Jordan, and Libya. In Latin America, stretching from Chile to Cuba and Mexico. In Asian countries like Korea, Vietnam, and Japan, and even in Europe. Throughout every corner of the globe, people are denied their God-given rights to political self-determination, economic freedom, and basic human dignity so U.S. capital can expand its empire. Trade deals like NAFTA, the TPP, and whatever Trump's cooking up with only seek to benefit the ruling class while leaving us workers fighting each other for scraps. We hear a lot about immigration, borders, and walls, but make no mistake, there are no borders in the chronic expansion of U.S. capital interests. The global pursuit of capital also comes at the expense of the working class here at home. For starters, the U.S. empire is heavily subsidized by our tax dollars against our will. Every week, at least a quarter of our paychecks are seized by the U.S. government to fund this war machine. We all know too well that this money does not go to food programs, healthcare, schools, infrastructure, jobs, or anything that benefits the needs of the people at home. It goes to maintaining the empire and subsidizing U.S. weapons manufacturers so they can kill and infringe on the rights of people just like us around the world to the tune of over $1 trillion every year. In turn, these weapons that we fund to expand the U.S. capital empire abroad are then turned on us here at home. Sometimes when we dare to step out of line in cases like Standing Rock or Ferguson, other times for no reason at all. The empire is extremely united against us, the working class. Not only do police departments receive military.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Bonsoir. That's my people in Haiti. Good afternoon, my dear sisters and brothers. Thank you for this great honor. Talking about class issue. That is when the SPI said Martin is a public enemy. That is something that we do not like to hear, especially here in the U.S. In our society, somebody is going to tell me, no, it's because we are not praying enough or because we are not loving enough. But there are symptoms. Class struggle is still there, and we need to eradicate this evil.
For our demonstration, all those who are able to walk, join us. And after the march, it won't be that long of a march. We'll come back to the church for our community meal. The Wappy Kitchen prepared a very healthy and nutritious
like we said all the time, we hear them
community meal for you.
we are now getting ready for the march. And big media was out here. Fox 2 News, Channel 7, and Motor Capital, the big three. Well, here we go. Just underway with the march. Crossed Woodward. Rebuild our cities. Don't destroy Iraqs. Certainly a lot of issues that people were raising, and with Trump as president, wow, there's like an issue every day that can be brought up with him. But urban planning is something you can do while this march is going on. So I'm looking around and saying, yeah, what about the neighborhood here? And there's the broken window theory going on. Some places certainly need some work. Some places boarded up. The potential for rebuild certainly is there in due time, but I think it's going to happen. We hit that tipping point, I do believe, after what, like a 50, 60-year decline? Anyways, here, look at this building. That's quite a large building there. I wonder what's happening there. A laundromat, fit and fold. And it's a rectangular route that the marchers will take. So they're heading westbound and now heading north on 2nd. Lots of attractive buildings. Here, the Driscoll. All right, here's the route. Gonna head north to Claremont and then make a right. There's an ultra wash place here, and this probably just opened in the summertime here. But the Sweet Tooth, what a combo this is! Sweet Tooth Grill, ice cream parlor, and probably barbecue. What a combo that is! Okay, now gonna head easterly on Claremont. Here's an artist, and he did some work over here. There's like an empty lot field. He might own it for all I know, but that's what I would suggest to people in Detroit is buy that empty lot next to you. So there's quite a bit of artwork on display here. It would have been interesting to have talked to him and gotten the lowdown, but the march keeps moving, so I got to keep pace. This place, not open. So there is some work, but then across the street coming soon, new construction, the Ruth Ellis Center. So urban planning, it's like there's certain pieces to the puzzle that get placed every now and then, but in due time. Now we're going to cross Woodward Avenue again, so nice police stoppage while this march goes down. So Claremont on the west side of Woodward, but on the east side, it's Owen. And that happens all the way up Woodward, basically, I think. Youngsters, too. It wasn't just older folk doing this this march. Yeah. Multi-generational. No white supremacy. Yeah. That's scary stuff, though, that white supremacy. But yeah, I think that's what a lot of people fear, actually, is that they're losing grip on that power thing. But it's going to be reality. Watch what women do. They're getting their mojo on now, realizing that they're worthy every bit as the men are. So certainly fair pay. I was showing that empty lot there. Wow. lots of vacant land where you could build something and customize it to your needs. However, whatever floats your boat, there's plenty of opportunities. The re-envisioning, the reimagining, the repurposing, it can be done in any number of different ways. That's what will kind of make Detroit interesting, I think. Detroit is relevant. It always has been. So however we change or whatnot, people are going to take notice. We blaze our own path for sure. But okay, so we're on the home stretch here now, but just looking at some of the buildings, and some homes have been redone. Roof needs a little work. So some of the homes, yes, a little work, but nowadays, with the price of building a new home, you're talking location. Detroit, a lot of neighborhoods are going to get revisited. That one needs a new porch. So look at the detail here on the roof line there. Love that. Yeah, there are some real gems in certain neighborhoods that just stand out. Your jaws drop. When you're younger and stuff, you probably don't look at houses like that, but you get older, and it's like, wow, pretty neat little space. Here, these little cornucopia things, that's nice. Yeah, and the march is going on here, and I think that's a good thing. People fight for their rights, whatever is affecting them, and people are affected different ways for different issues. Some issues probably don't affect them at all, others affect them straight on. But we probably all have issues to deal with. There's a young lady enjoying the rally. Yeah, I had the issue trying to repossess my house that I bought, so I had to do that eviction thing, and that wasn't a pleasant thing to go through and all that, but it's just kind of like, I'm happy that that's basically got resolved. My evil twin's happy too. No, I'm going to get Charles as a tenant. He wants to move in, and he's a supervisor on the Gordie Howe Bridge. I'll get the official title or whatnot. But I'm going to get the lowdown on the bridge. I certainly want to see that construction project continue on and take place. I'm like a little kid in a sandbox on that one. You know, Tonka toy days and whatnot, watching a bridge be built. That'll be sweet. Plus watching the Hudson skyscraper. That'll be nice too. All right, well, after the march, it was food time, so on a bed of rice or whatnot, you can get some like goulash type stuff. Avalon provided different varieties of bread. This is Motown multigrain. They call this the poorhouse. I like that. It's a play on words, but I get it. Not as slow as you think. Now, they have goodies and stuff in the back room here. And boy, there was a long line. Yeah. And this is kind of like an overflow area. They got a piano back here, a fireplace, then even an auxiliary overflow. But, yeah, it sure looked good. So the Metro Times, Rashida Tlaib is fighting this in South Detroit, 48217. Yeah, that sure looked good. And stick to your ribs kind of stuff. Here, I'm supposed to stay out, but I just wanted to take a quick peek. And then, yeah, we're carrying on Dr. King and the dreams, you know, social justice. And around the world, too, an international theme. we're kind of all in this together. Now, they had a poetry and a dance or music entertainment. I didn't stay for all that. Once the meal was over, the performers were going to do that in that space there. Here, the stained glass. This is well done. And this neighborhood they call the North End. So it's just north of the boulevard, East and West Grand Boulevard. And Temple Bethel, I like the columns there. DET.com is the website. And all right, well, what's Ford going to do with this? There's so much history here. They even have a historical marker out front. It says home of Model T. Is there any significance to all of that? But by looking at what Ford's doing there, not really. Shame on them. All right, well, Detroit, 26 degrees. Now, Durden's, I hear you can get an awesome chicken sandwich. And right next door is Baker's. I couldn't get the chicken sandwich, so plan B was actually Wendy's. They got the 2 for $5, the spicy chicken sandwiches. Limited time offer, I think, though. I don't know if that's still good. They had the security cameras up here, but they weren't open. What a bummer. But it was Dr. King Day, the holiday, but they're closed on Monday anyways. So there's their website. But yeah, cool place. Now, between Mendota and Burwood Street, there's 3 blocks of what I call the Detroit Wall. They might have another name for it. But while I was in the neighborhood, I figured I'm going to check this out. So they have a nice picnic shelter. This is all well and good. Basketball court with the nets. This, give the younger folks something to do. Of course, we had a snowfall, and then so they're like 3 inches on the ground. But here's that wall. And this was supposed to separate a black and a white neighborhood in order to get, I don't know, federal funds or government funds to start this housing project. They had to make sure that, black folk and white folk wouldn't intermix somehow or whatnot. That would be a no-no. It seems totally ludicrous, like people were living in bubbles or whatnot, but that was the thinking back then. And I'm not even sure if it was in the 40s when this wall, that would be interesting to find out. But it's artist venue now, so well done with what they're doing with this. Bringing light to the subject, and how stupid were we back then? Some things take time. Well, like ice crystals on the top. Okay, so 8 Mile is where this wall kind of ended through the alley here. But they have security cameras in use, and here's like the alley. So here's the wall. So if you were inhibited by the wall, all you had to do was run to the end, and then the alley you could get right through. But this place would be a little tricky. This looks like a prison yard or something. That's high security, to be sure. That's a wall. You need a good ladder, and then you got to deal with that barbed wire. But this wall's easy. I could still hop over this. I could do that. Maybe in a few years, maybe not. But right now, I could do that. Here, some of these homes need some help. So at the little cross streets and whatnot, there would be a gap in the walls. So it seems ludicrous. Oh, anyways, folks, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend. And then hopefully this will just air 1 week. I'll have something new next week. Good night.